What makes you lose attraction suddenly for someone? Lack of respect and or appreciation. Lying. When they act as if I should be glad they talk to me, or acting as if they're God's gift to earth. Huge turn off. Shitty attitude. When they start to offer too much advice on how you should manage the small details of your life. It's sometimes a thin line between being engaged with someone and being controlling. How they treat others. I hate people who are disrespectful to those they believe are lower than them in status. Not putting in effort in a relationship. Littering. Or not putting the cart back. Ghosting. Suddenly just dropping communication for weeks then popping up randomly is very unattractive to me. Second date, I wore a band t-shirt to a park and he threw a tantrum because he didn't know who the band was and thought I was being pretentious. When I learned they're with someone else. I found out during our first date that we were opposites in life goals. All of a sudden, I lost interest. An attitude that the world owes them something. Being immature, being stupid, also being stupid and immature. Back in high school I had a crush on a girl, who unfortunately already had a boyfriend. She's indeed very attractive and popular, and quite a close friend of mine, but I respected her relationship so I avoided making any advancements. I'm not acquainted with her BF but I knew he was in a different school and older than us. One day I hung out with a group of friends, who were also her friends. We passed by her with an underclassman. They were having a date. She was cheating on her BF. I couldn't see her as the same again. Talking about your ex. If you mention your ex excessively, what you did with your ex, romantically, if your ex texted you the other day etc., I'm instantly not attracted to you anymore. When they treat waitstaff, employees, or anyone badly because of their station. If they act superior to others for bullshit reasons. When they still look around for options while in a relationship, behind the other person's back, because, and I quote, I don't know them enough to be exclusive. Immediate no. Bad breath, cockiness. Hygiene. When they find my hiding spot and start freaking out. I'm probably gonna get downvoted to hell for bringing politics into this, but, representing any politician or party, I don't need to see your hat or bumper sticker, and if supporting a politician that doesn't care about you is your entire personality, then you don't have one. It's never suddenly, it's always a slow fade. When I find out they're already taken. When they run up 130k in debt and blame you for not making enough money. The way they treat others/animals/the planet. If they shout at people for being an inconvenience when the person just made a mistake. If they treat animals as lesser beings, treat them like they don't have feelings or kill insects just because they can. If they litter, waste resources and actively destroy nature. I would rather throw them off a cliff. Edit, the throwing off a cliff part is a joke. No, I don't want to murder people despite how much most of them annoy me. Bad table manners. The sound of smacking, slurping, or licking fingers gives me the chills, with a pinch of aggression. A lie. Feelings go to zero quick. When someone only talks to me when it's convenient. Like when they're drunk and horny or bored at work. But not when they're off of work and have actual free time. Effort goes a long way. JS. Rude to staff. Restaurant waiters, cashiers, cleaners, etc. Self-righteousness. Sorry for bad English. When I realize that most of the time, every stories that she repeats year after year, she always improves the outcomes and the facts just to makes that the stories looks like more incredible or put her on a pedestal as a person. The look on the face of some guests we had when they clearly did not believe her. I was so ashamed of being her BF at those moments. What the fuck is she doing? Lying just for looking cool or strong or whatever. All the years that I have been with her, I tried sometimes to tell her that it was not exactly how this happened. But no, she kept her line straight, and because I don't have a good memory for shit story I believed her. But after 17 years, I was tired of that shit. Living with a person that likes to lives in a story that never happened. Not returning a card when they stab me. Blatant displays of narcissism. Not knowing basic life skills such as simple cooking, cleaning, laundry, etc., and not willing to learn either. This is a problem, but when I talk to someone for like a week, every romantic feeling turns into a platonic one. They were talking about kids after a few weeks of dating. I was like 20 and not in a place where I wanted kids. Littering. I dated a girl once who thought it was funny to throw garbage out my car window. Once she did, I asked her not to do that, she did it again and left. Never saw her the same again. Broke up shortly after. When they clearly have interest in other men as well. I don't have the time nor the energy to play the whole competition game. If they display a short temper or anger. When they try to appear cool. 100% of the time, it has the opposite effect. Nothing makes you look cooler than being yourself. Showing attraction back. Can't be with someone with such a shitty taste. If they put themselves down a lot. Constantly playing the victim / refusing to own their mistakes or be wrong about anything. Overly clingy partner, it just freaks me out. Snorting your boogers back up in your nose instead of blowing your nose. A poor me attitude. Everyone has shit, yours isn't automatically worse. And the world doesn't owe you anything. When they show cruelty. Lying, pessimistic attitude, and rudeness / lack of appreciation. If their house or apartment is dirty. It doesn't have to be spotless, but if it's clear that they don't clean up after themselves and live in filth, then I'm over it. Talking terribly about an ex/s, especially if they have children together. I don't care how crazy they were. It's childish. No thanks. Also, I dated a guy while he was getting his MBA. So, I financially carried myself, my daughter and him so he could attend full-time to gratitude sooner. Once he graduated and got pretty decent job, he started buying ridiculous things. Like expensive watches, knew everything else for himself. And then wanted to immediately go and buy a new car. I suggested since he hasn't even had 2 full paychecks yet, he might consider waiting just a bit and put what he would be spending on a car payment in a savings for 6 months to see if he could easily afford it, because that's just the responsible thing to do. He immediately got angry, telling me it's his money, he earned it, and he can do whatever he wanted with it. While he was living with us, and I was still paying all of the bills myself. So, money I earned was our money, but his money was his money. Got it? So, hard pass. If y'all want to treat people like you're the king of the castle, you better be prepared to live in that castle without a queen, and all alone. No thanks. Victory hand. If they vape or smoke. Biggest ick is when someone uses their phone while you are with them and in the middle of a convo. Orgasm. Just start spouting casual racism like it's no big deal. No thank you. Dishonesty. Lacking humility. Selfishness, even over the littlest things, and condescending attitudes, lack of manners and etiquettes. Being a mega. They're mean to people or animals for no reason. Realizing that she has an OnlyFans. When they smell of cigarettes. They can look stunning from further away, but as soon as that reaches my nose, it's over. If they are more concerned with Instagram and posting than just living life. I don't want to take pictures of my significant other every day just because others do it. When they bring my son into an argument. That they are a smoker. The word bruh. When they judge people, example me, for smoking weed. It's not that deep. Body odor. When their friends are assholes. When they don't listen to a word I have to say but expect me to listen to all their problems / rants, etc. Her husband. I am a lesbian. / cutest girl in my school. When they're a alcoholic or if they smoke in general. Vocal fry. That tendency to trail off their sentence into the lowest gravely pitch they can muster. Breath smells. Bad smell. It's shallow, but true. They drive a jacked up diesel truck. Edit, extra disgusting equals balls hanging.